there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking love and marriage, Huntsville. You guys know why you are here today. We are talking because you guys know I'm going to do a reaction to another live Miss Melody Cherie Rogers has done, dragging for filth none other than Letitia's mom, aka Shownuff, aka Phonics Unhooked, aka a dried prune. What is going on? Not a dried prune. Here's the thing. I had been saying this because there were videos that I was doing and I had to take a break from them because it was getting exhausting, some of the things that Letitia's mom was saying in these lives. It was very disgusting, right? And even when it was announced that Mel was, planning on filing a lawsuit, there were people coming out of the bushes all of a sudden, going to Phonics Unhooked's recent live saying, well, I didn't see anything in there that warranted Mel to file a lawsuit. And this seems like an overreaction. This seems like a deflection and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you guys don't know the tea. You guys don't know the real. You don't know, like Mel said in this video, this has been going on for 3 years. And like Mel said in this video, you've attacked her mom, you've attacked her, extended relatives, lying on her family, making some disgusting allegations. You've said all types of crap about her kids. Even in this recent live, still comparing your grandkids, how long their hair is, as if long hair is supposed to represent you're better than somebody or that you're more beautiful than somebody. Like, it's just disgusting behavior. And it's always some type of comparison. It's always some tit for tat. If you're talking about Mel's family, you want to compare her family to your family, even though you've disowned your own family on several platforms and put out, all types of allegations about your own family when it benefited you, when you thought that they were an op, they didn't do what you said, right? And then, these comparisons that you now want to do about people's businesses and trying to compare Mel and compare Stormy and all these things. And it's like, why? You don't know what's going on in either of their businesses. So why are you inserting yourself? So nonetheless, Mel went in. Mel alleged, according to her, she's been sitting on, all types of receipts, right? Shall I bring the receipts? Shout out to Mariah Huck. I still wanted her to bring those receipts, though. I wanted her to bring those hotel receipts. I can't believe Dr. Damon convinced her, oh, we're all a black family not to do this. But have you seen your wife on the show? like I cannot. But nonetheless, Mel said she's sitting on tons of receipts, is alleging that one of the kids has a side baby. One of Phonics Unhooked's kids has a side baby somewhere. Says that there's tons of receipts on, their family and she can expose it. Says she knows that people are hiding under burner accounts and she found out that somebody in that camp was basically pretending, to be somebody else, but Mel had the receipts that Instagram actually contacted the real user of who it was, which again links back to somebody that we most likely know. Right? And it's probably all the people who claim that they don't follow Mel, they don't pay attention to social media, even though they have all this to say in social media groups. And I'm glad Mel finally cleared up the most ridiculous accusations of all, which was that she is running a cult, that she is having secret meetings with people, that she is directing her fans or supporters to attack the cast or attack people or all of these things. She said the only thing that she tells people to activate on is supporting her music, is supporting her business ventures, whether it's 7th Avenue Beauty, whether it is, her hair care, whether the skin care, whether it's makeup, whether it's merch, whether it's her property preservation class, whether it's her soon-to-be e-commerce class, whether it's any of the several events that she has throughout the year, and which ones that are open to the public that can purchase tickets for. That is when she wants the people to activate, when it's time to put your money where your mouth is and show support, right? But as far as, you know, telling anybody to go and attack this person or go and come for this person or go and drag this person, no. No. Everybody who, you know, says something, like I said, just because you may not like something somebody says, that doesn't mean that if it's about any other cast member, that person automatically is a Mel supporter or a Melometer and is, you know, speaking out them on their behalf. Listen. Everybody at one point or another has made a mistake in their life. Everybody at one point or another has said something that was not right, that was out of bounds. Everybody has lied about something. Everybody has been not as forthcoming about something. Everybody has skeletons in their closet as far as I'm concerned, right? But it's literally a situation of somebody bullying somebody for 3+ years that had gone unchecked. And you know, Letitia's just sitting there, you know, doing nothing, right? Like literally telling her own mom to activate, allegedly, from what was referenced in the last episode, right? So Mel's saying, listen, I'm not telling anybody to activate. She was like, yeah, every once in a while I'll go into these people's chats or whatever and show some love and say hi. She said, but she doesn't talk to any of these people on a one-on-one basis. She doesn't know these people. She said the one thing she does like about a lot of the YouTubers that support her is that they don't bother her. That they're not in her DMs trying to, you know, talk her up or whatever, or trying to get close to her, or trying to get access to her. She said she doesn't have that type of interaction. She said that every now and again she'll repost, you know, if other YouTubers are posting on like the gram or something supporting her venture, she'll repost that. But this thing where she's like in the DMs heavy, planning stuff and telling people what to say on their platforms and what type of, you know, messiness to put out there about other people. No. That's not the case at all, right? And so then Mel also said as well that, you know, when she first started, she really wanted to give several YouTubers in the sector an opportunity to interview her. She said she's an open book. She, you know, gave so many people opportunities, but this thing where she's conspiring with YouTubers to put out information about people, no. I mean, and I don't even know where that's coming from, because it's clear as day that nobody needs to be told anything in this sector to do whatever it is they want to do. like that is the furthest thing, you know, as far as I'm concerned. Everybody goes rogue. Everybody does their own thing. That's why I laugh when they say that there's a clique or there's an alliance. It's like, where? Because everybody is their own individual. Everybody is doing their own things. Some people are doing a lot more than others, and all of the things, right? But nonetheless, if that was the case, how come the so-called, you know, quote-unquote Melometers and Mel supporters are not on one accord? like again, like every fan base, you guys, every, you know, whatever, you are going to have some outliers that are going to do some things that are outside of the norm. And then you're going to have, you know, some unhinged people. And then you're going to have some normal people. And then you're going to have some quiet fans who are always going to support or always going to be there, but they want nothing to do with the mess. They want no parts, right? But then there's people who want to be in the mess or who want to engage into the mess, right? So there's levels to this. When we're talking about fan bases, my thing is elevating Mel supporters and the Melometers as if it's the Beehive or the Navy or the Barbs or Barty Gang or Hotties or Swifties is completely and utterly insane, as far as I'm concerned. And it's giving you have nothing else to talk about. It's giving you have no storyline. So if you are now so out of, you know, you're completely out of ideas at this point because you want to protect certain people in the cast, that now you have to go on the attack on, you know, YouTubers and people's fan bases. It shows you don't have anything to sustain a show, right? And Mel was also talking about as well, you know, she doesn't understand phonics and hooked, why she's doing all this talking. She's not even on the show anymore. And talked about, you know, this whole thing about who's the star of the show and all this. And Mel said, well, it's whoever is bringing something to the show is who they, you know, consider the star. Well, I mean, if we're going to keep it a buck, pretty much you and Martell were the only people that were bringing something to the show for several seasons because nobody else really wanted to do anything. Now, I will say that Kimmy, Maurice, and Kauai had something in the earlier seasons that they really could have capitalized on because they actually had an interesting storyline. And then it completely went left. It completely went poof, up in smoke, never to be heard of again. And then we got the ridiculousness. Then we got the tomfoolery and all the things right after that, right? And then we had the Marceau and Letitia, where she went from being a housewife to wanting to be out in the scene more, wanting to have other jobs and all these things, wanted to utilize her degrees and all these things, even though she's still technically not utilizing them and what she actually has the degrees for. But nonetheless, wanted to be out the house. And didn't just want to be a stay-at-home mom and all of the things. But it doesn't matter. Marceau still talks to Letitia the same way he did in the earlier seasons. He still does not have any level of respect for her. And is always dragging her, is always talking to her as if she's a child. So there's no growth, there's no development there. It's literally the same stuff that he said to her in earlier seasons. He finds ways to, you know, put her down. And that was part of the reason Letitia's mom was there, was to cuss out, you know, who Letitia deemed to be her quote-unquote ops, right? But again, as of now, the focus this season, like I said, is the Sunny Moses and Destiny thing that, again, I don't care about. The focus, again, is the Ken and Trisha and hubby and Martell thing that nobody cares about. And I presume they're going to, you know, maybe feature Nell's son's getting arrested in upcoming episodes. And I don't understand why even Carlos King is highlighting, you know, making it seem as though anybody could just, you know, get somebody arrested for anything. That's not how the law works. I can't believe people are just making so many statements like that, like just completely and utterly clueless. You can't just put any type of charge you want to on somebody, right? And you can't, you know, if you have an axe to grind with somebody or you don't like them or you don't fool with them or whatever, you can't just call the police and be like, hey, I want to press charges on this person, and there's zero receipts, there's zero context, there's zero information to support why you want to file charges against somebody. That's not how the law works, you guys. You have to have proof, you have to have witnesses, you have to have something substantial in order for them to justify there being a warrant, right? For them to justify that claim being processed and all of the things. You can't just willy-nilly say, hey, I'm just going to be, you know, Sue happy. I'm just going to be, you know, the person who presses charges happy. And I'm just going to always get whatever I want. I'm just going to make up whatever story I want. And they're going to file charges because I don't like that person. I cannot stand that that was the narrative that was put out there to diminish what has been going on with these cast members. And completely undervaluing, diminishing how disrespectful they've been, how inappropriate they've been. And even now, you know, this thing with Kimmy and Marceau that they're spreading hardcore in a Facebook group, just really saying, you know, spreading misinformation, again, thinking that something is orchestrated by Mel or orchestrated by a YouTuber, but you don't have the receipts. That is hearsay. Now, if you provide receipts that say, hey, this is so-and-so's phone number, this is so-and-so's email, this is so-and-so's text messages back and forth, this is so-and-so paying them via PayPal, Venmo, you know, whatever, right? Zelle, CashApp, Apple Pay, right? If there is receipts to back it up, that's one thing. But like I keep saying in all my videos, you can't just assume anything negative that is happening in your life is because of anybody that's a Mel fan or a Mel supporter. Yes, Mel has the largest fan base, which you guys have tried tirelessly to infiltrate and try to take away. And but you guys, like I said, there's several people on the show who are not Melometers, who are not Mel supporters, that just flat out have had it with all of you, that have flat out been sick of all of you, because they feel like the show is on its last legs because they refuse to show anything of substance. Where is these so-called entrepreneurs and multimillionaires if everybody is sitting around arguing about who's a side chick and who isn't? And trying to, say different timelines on camera on when somebody's previous entanglement ended before the next entanglement, right? Like, it's the same thing regurgitated over and over and over again. And enough is enough. Enough is enough, right? So that's why people wanted to, look into things. But there's a difference between looking into things, and then there's a difference between, calling and stalking and harassing people, right? And that's not something that, any Mel supporter or Melometer is about. They'll do their own research, they'll give their own commentary and opinion, and then they keep it moving, right? But again, when you're unhappy and somebody goes too far, you always want to assume it's a Mel supporter or Melometer. But like I said, you need to look inside your inner circle, because there's people in your inner circle who don't like you and haven't liked you since season 1 and have been spilling your tea behind the scenes since season 1, right? But again, you guys are so tunnel vision that you think everything is a Melometer. You think that anybody in the fan base that says anything negative about you is a Melometer or Mel supporter, and that they're all monolithic, they all follow the same rules, which highly doubt that. Pretty sure everybody talks about whatever they want to talk about. There's not a cult. There's no secret meetings. This isn't a sorority. There isn't membership dues or, town hall sessions to discuss, this is what we're going to put out on YouTube today. What? No. So nonetheless, that was kind of the gist of Mel's live. She was pissed at times. She was trying not to cuss because she said the kids were in the house, and she was packing up orders for her businesses and all of that to ship out to the customers. And she said she's had enough. She said this has been 3 years of bullying. And she said if she wants to go there where she can start dropping receipts on some things, she'll do it to, quiet the noise. But see, then what's going to happen, and see, this is the only thing that I know is, it's already happening, right? There's some people who don't like Mel that are like, I like this activated Mel. I like this Mel who's dragging everybody. And then there's some Mel supporters that are like, well, she's had all the X, Y, and Z going on. Why is this happening? Why is she, doing this? Here's the thing. You cannot control, somebody's reaction to something, right? If you have been attacked relentlessly for 3 years straight, have been, again, lies spread about your family, lies spread about your children, lies spread about your business, and just going on and on and on and on and on, everybody reaches a breaking point. It wasn't specifically that live that caused Mel to come out. She's been knowing all of the things that Letitia's mom's been doing. But like Mel said, they're currently filming, right? They're currently filming the back half of this season. So therefore, literally a couple of days ago, she just filmed a scene with Letitia thinking everything was on the up and up. So she's thinking things are on the up and up, even though her mom is having a meltdown on Motherless Child. And then she does another follow-up live again, dragging people and making more false accusations about people and claiming that any YouTuber that supports Mel is a cousin of Melody Sheree Rogers and Mama Van. that everybody is all related and it's all one big money grab, you guys. Even though a lot of us don't even know each other and have never met each other and have never spoken to each other. right? So make it make sense. We're all family, but we seem to not have any idea who anybody is, right? But again, it's the tomfoolery. And like Mel said, she said there was a time when they were cool, that she had fun with her, and that they played tonk, that they had, you know, traveled together for something and played games and had a lot of laughs and all the things. And then she threw shade at you know who for saying, hey, I'm not out here leaking storylines before they air on the show. Everybody's just catching strays, man, in this live. And but again, and then she said as well about the star of the show, even though I mentioned, she said whoever brings something, that's the star. But she said there's also people who are comfortable in their roles. And I could only think of the rest of the core six. That they're comfortable in their roles, not showing their real lives and just reacting to what everybody else is doing, because that's an, you know, way of protection for them. That's a way for them not to have to say anything or do anything, right? But ultimately, I have a feeling this is somehow going to be utilized the second half of the season. And I don't know if this is going to try to distract away the nonsense that's taking place of just attacking the fan base. I'm just not sure how this is going to be utilized, but we'll see what happens, right? But this definitely isn't over, right? This definitely isn't over at all. I'm sure at some point, you know, Phonics Unhooked's going to respond. She always does, right? And I believe she's responded already previously by inserting Martel's side chick, right? But nonetheless, you know, that was the gist of it, right? And then she threw little jabs about, you know, Letitia's mom's age and how she's in her late 50s and stuff and old enough to be her mom and acting a fool like this and all the things. And, you know, that she should be enjoying her life right now. And that, you know, over half of her life is over. And why are you coming for me? Why are you spending 3 years devoted to me and what I've got going on? For what, right? So nonetheless, that was the gist of it. I feel like this video is as long as the live was, but I just wanted to give a quick recap and just provide, you know, some context and some history for these newly trained overnight lawyers, you guys, these newly trained overnight judges and attorneys that seem to be the authority on what Mel should or shouldn't sue people on, and how she should conduct herself on social media, because you're also PR experts as well for reality TV that I didn't know about previously. So everybody's got an opinion. And my thing is this: you can't control how somebody is going to react. You can't do it. If you have reached your breaking point, everything's on the table, right? And the fact that Mel has been on the mute challenge for 3 years says a lot. Because for me, after the first time, after the first live, it would have been on and popping, right? It would have been on and popping. Here is your cease and desist. like it would have been on and popping, right? And if you continue, this is going to proceed further, right? But that's how I roll, right? Because we're going to cut, you know, right off the top, right? We're not going to let things fester and escalate. No, right? That's how I roll, right? And then after that, you don't exist to me. You don't exist to me. I don't know you. If I have to see you or interact with you, it's hi and bye, right? But all of this other tomfoolery, no. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon. Oh, I'm tired. I'll talk to you guys again very soon.